Here's how to eliminate that paper clutter in your ADHD home by going paperless. Number one, use digital subscriptions because a lot of the times you might have a magazine or a newspaper or whatever in the physical form come to your house or apartment. And what happens, you take it in and you have it on your desk or maybe on a table somewhere, and they just build up as you get more and more copies of that thing if you don't throw them away. So, with a digital subscription, and most magazines and newspapers have them now, to where you're going to go online and all that's going to come to your inbox, and then you'll just be able to click on it and be able to read whatever you want to read. Or sometimes they can make you go to a website and you log in there, and then you can read everything you want to read about that issue or that particular issue. And the other cool thing about this is they have the back issues generally on that website for the magazines or newspapers. So if you miss one, you can go easily back and then retrieve the one that you missed instead of having to go through on your table, on your desk, and look through to find the right one that you really want to read. And something else that will help you is going to be e-billing and e-statements. And the reason is it's going to save you a lot of time and frustration. One, when you get a bill in the mail, first you got to go out to the mailbox and get that bill. If you have forgotten to get your mail in a while, then you may not even know it's in there. And then once you get it, you bring it inside. It may end up at your desk or your table, and it may end up cluttered with a lot of different things. Maybe you have magazines on there as well. And now you have to go through and find your bill in between all the other stuff. So if you have e-billing, you're going to have access to your bills 24/7 or access to your statements 24/7. And they're going to be easy to find because you can go on to the website and they will have all your bills there from the previous month or the previous even years. And then you just have to go to the right one and open it and see what your bill is. Now, the other great thing is that you can pay for your bill right on that website too. You don't have to write a check and send it back in and wonder if that check's going to get there to the company. You pay it right online and they can send you a receipt right to your email. So it's going to make the process a lot faster. It only takes a few seconds. And this makes it so much easier to make sure that you pay the right bill and the right amount, because sometimes you might have an old bill that you're looking at if you have the physical one and you're like, okay, I need to pay this, and you pay the wrong amount. And then the company calls you and says, hey, you didn't pay all that you need to pay. And you're like, oh, I looked at the wrong bill. And that's the worst feeling, because if you have a paper bill, now you have to go through and find the correct one. And something else to use is going to be digital storage. And what I mean is solid state drives, hard drives that are portable that you can take with you on the go. So if you're traveling, you can just take it with you and you have everything that you need on that hard drive or SSD. And that's great because you have access to maybe thousands and thousands of files. Now imagine if you had to go through and carry all those files in the physical form to wherever you're going. The other advantage of this is that it keeps things in order, so it makes it much easier to find what you're looking for. You can name them in different folders, and so with that, you can just go through and then search for the name of the thing that you want to get to, and it automatically pulls it up. And something else that you can do is just buy storage online, and that way you just pay a company to have that storage, and then you can just log in and access that storage from anywhere. And also you can do the same thing on your computer as well. You make a folder for it and then you put whatever you want to in that folder, and then you can just go through and search and find that thing again. And something else to do is to use your notes function on your phone or your tablet. It makes it easier to have some kind of notepad that you can automatically just write something down if you want to remember it. And the other cool thing about this is generally they have them in the date that you actually recorded your notes, and you can just look back and say, hey, I just recorded this like 2 days ago. You can go back and look at the notes that you took 2 days ago and look at the date, or just look in the order, as opposed to having a whole lot of different sheets of paper and trying to figure out, okay, which one goes here, which one goes there, where did I write this, which page did I write it on. And something else to use is going to be evites. The reason is because when you have to do an invitation to whatever event you're doing, you have to go get the invitations, write everything out on the invitation. You go ahead and put all the information on the front of the envelope, put a stamp on there, take it to wherever you're going to mail it. Instead, what you can do is just do an evite. You put the emails in of everybody you want to invite. You write out the invitation online. And generally, the evite has a place to where you can tell, hey, I'm bringing this many people. And something else about this is that you have no extra invitations when you do an evite, instead of when you have the regular invitations. You may have some left over, and then where do they go? They just go in some drawer or whatever, and now they become clutter. Now, this is only one video on decluttering and organizing. I have a video that actually tells you how to organize your home to make it ADHD friendly, and you can watch that video right now.